Manchester United have just been dealt a massive blow ahead of one of their biggest matches of the season, and this one could seriously shake up the top four race. Defender Harry Maguire has officially been handed an additional one-match ban, ruling him out of the crucial clash against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And trust me, this isn't just a normal suspension, this is a situation that could define United's season. Now let's break down exactly what happened. Maguire was already serving a suspension after being sent off in Manchester United's Premier League clash against Bournemouth. At the time it seemed like a standard red card. Frustrating, yes, but manageable. However, things escalated after the match when it was revealed that Maguire had directed abusive language towards the fourth official, Matt Donohue. That incident didn't go unnoticed, and soon after, the Football Association stepped in with a misconduct charge. The FA made their position very clear. They alleged that Maguire acted in an improper manner and used insulting or abusive language following his dismissal. After reviewing the case, the decision was made an additional one-match ban plus a financial penalty. And just like that, what was already a problem for Manchester United has now turned into a full-blown defensive crisis. And here's where it gets even worse. Maguire isn't the only defender missing. Lisandro Martínez is also expected to be unavailable for the Chelsea game after his own red card in the recent defeat to Leeds United. That incident where he was penalised for pulling an opponent's hair has sparked debate. But as things stand, United's appeal is unlikely to overturn the decision. So now two of United's most experienced centre-backs are out for one of the toughest fixtures left in the season. This leaves manager Michael Carrick with a serious dilemma. How do you prepare for a high-stakes match against Chelsea without your key defenders? It's the kind of situation that tests not just tactics, but also squad depth, mentality and leadership. And right now, Carrick is being pushed to the limit. With both Maguire and Martínez unavailable, United could be forced to rely on a very inexperienced defensive pairing. Young talents like Leny, Yoro and Ayden are now in line to start. On paper, this is a huge risk. These are players with potential, no doubt, but throwing them into a high-pressure game against Chelsea is a completely different challenge. This isn't just another league match, this is a battle that could determine Champions League qualification. And let's not forget another major absence. Matthijs de Ligt remains sidelined with a long-term injury. That means United are potentially missing three centre-backs at once. Think about that for a second. Three key defenders, all unavailable right before facing a direct rival, is the kind of scenario that can derail even the strongest teams. Now, despite all of this, Manchester United still hold a 7-point lead over Chelsea in the race for a Champions League spot. That cushion should, in theory, provide some comfort. But football doesn't work like that, especially in the Premier League. If United lose this match, that gap shrinks to just 4 points. Suddenly the pressure skyrockets. Suddenly what looks secure becomes uncertain. From Chelsea's perspective, this is a massive opportunity. Facing a weakened United defence at Stamford Bridge is exactly the kind of scenario they would have hoped for. You can already imagine the tactical approach. Press high, exploit inexperience and test that defensive line from the very first minute. If United aren't careful, this could turn into a very long night. But here's the other side of the story. Moments like this can also create heroes. When young players are thrown into difficult situations, they either crumble or they rise. This could be the moment where someone like Leny Yoro announces himself on the big stage. This could be the game where Ayden proves he belongs at the top level. Football has a funny way of creating unexpected narratives. Still, there's no denying the scale of the challenge. Chelsea are not a team you want to face when you're defensively vulnerable. They have pace, creativity and the ability to punish mistakes instantly. One misplaced pass, one positional error and it could be game over. That's why Carrick's tactical setup will be absolutely crucial. Do we see a more defensive approach from United? Perhaps a deeper line, more protection from midfield and a focus on counter-attacks? Or does Carrick stick to his principles and trust his young defenders to step up? These are the decisions that will define not just this match, but potentially United's entire season. And let's talk about Maguire for a moment. This suspension isn't just about missing one game. It raises questions about discipline and leadership. As one of the senior figures in the squad, moments like this matter. Getting sent off is one thing, but receiving an additional ban for misconduct, that's something the manager and fans will not ignore. At this stage of the season, every decision counts, and this one has come at the worst possible time. For the fans, this is incredibly frustrating. Manchester United were building momentum, pushing towards a strong finish, and looking like serious contenders for a top 4 spot. Now suddenly there's uncertainty, there's doubt, and there's a real sense that this Chelsea game could change everything. But that's what makes football so exciting. The unpredictability, the drama, the moments that no one sees coming. United are under pressure, but pressure creates intensity. It creates moments of brilliance. And if they can somehow navigate this challenge, it could become a defining moment in their season for all the right reasons. So as we head into this massive clash, all eyes will be on Stamford Bridge. Can Manchester United survive without Maguire and Martínez? Can the young defenders step up when it matters most? Or will Chelsea take full advantage and blow the top 4 race wide open? One thing is certain, this is not just another game. This is a test of character, depth and ambition. And by the final whistle, we could be looking at a completely different picture in the Premier League table. Make sure you stay tuned, because this story is far from over and the fallout from this match could be huge. So Manchester United head into one of their biggest games of the season without key defenders and with serious pressure mounting. Maguire banned, Martínez likely out, and a young, inexperienced defence set to face Chelsea. This could either be a disaster or the moment new heroes step up. What do you think? Can United survive this test? Drop your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more daily football updates right here on Red Devils Report.